Hello.
All right. So as of late, I've been originally I was planning to do these kind of student online student full sale updates every week, but at a certain point, I felt like I was really repetitive and redundant in what I did over the week for whatever class I might have been taking. For this example, it was psychology of play. And because it felt so repetitive and redundant, I decided I want to do it monthly so I can have like a whole entire reflection of the course. And then I want to do like how I felt ending the class, me self reflecting on whatever class it is that I was ending. And then I also want to do one or how the other half on what it was going into the next class or what I'm taking for the next class and my thoughts about it, the overview and such and such. I'll go into more explanation later. But for now, my self reflection on the psychology of play, or just like the overall review of psychology of play, it was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. So I did take it with the instructor named Alina Nolan. She was very kind. She was very sweet. I liked her a lot, and she was very excited, and she was very constructive with her criticism, and she really drove the overall concepts that you were learning throughout the week. She would say like key terms like stay bold, stay courageous, stay creative, such like that. And inside of psychology of play, the class itself, it was a lot of fun, and the concepts you would learn. You learn a lot of things about yourself, like different archetypes, such as like the Meyer Briggs test. I believe I was like an INTJ strategist, which means, stuff, but I won't go into that part. So as far as like the reading goes and the concepts that you're learning goes, it's very interesting and a lot of fun to read. And the reading's really easy because it's not in a separate book. It's like a huge announcement post that the instructor might post. So it's really easy to read and to follow. And there's a lot of videos which are pretty enjoyable. As far as activities went, the activities were a lot of fun, in my opinion. You really were able to just be super creative about it. You would have like an overall assignment, but you got to like choose your assignment. So I'm pretty sure I covered this before, but just in case you want to do them, watch this video, not all the rest. You were given like a list of quests, so you got to select your prompt or assignment that you're wanting to do, and you could really do it any sort of way. So for instance, one of it was like you could do a brain teaser ad, and that ad could either be like written up, drawn up, it's just some sort of advertisement. You could even record your voice doing like a radio commercial or something. I did a video commercial. So that was a lot of fun, and I just recorded myself essentially being silly but also being educational and brain teasers, I suppose. It was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. Each one kind of changed, but it essentially was just you really endorsing you or really encouraging you to be creative within the quests or the activities that they assigned you and that you had to choose. You had to choose just two of them, and one of them was kind of like a free bingo slot almost. It's like complete your schedule or write out your schedule for the week. And that was the same every week. The other ones would change. If that makes any sense. I hope it does. So, my next course that I'm taking is Technology and Entertainment Media. Technology and Entertainment in Media. I feel very weird about this class right now, going straight into it. I don't have a self reflection or overall review yet, but going into it, it feels sort of weird because we're coming out of psychology of play where it's just like really open up to do whatever you want, basically, as long as you're fulfilling our prompt and giving us what we're expecting, like if it's a written up paper, you can be creative with it, but we're expecting that written up paper. If it's like a video, you can do the video however you want, but we're expecting a video. That's how it was in psychology of play. In this new one, technology and a lot TEM, in the TEM class, It's like they want a very specific thing. They want a very specific thing, and they want it specific done in a specific way. So I guess what I mean to say is it feels very much like school, which is kind of funny to say. The other ones didn't feel too much like school, but this one, it feels very much like school. So I'm not too excited about it, but it's not bad. It's not hard. It's just very like, oh, okay, we're putting in that kind of school feelings. So I'm here for it. But it is like, I would definitely say maybe going into the class, maybe this would definitely be one of those classes that would correlate with maybe the dropout rate that it does have. Only because it does feel like school, and I think a lot of the demographic that is going into Full Sail, we're going in thinking like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to make games and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to be rude about it, just looking at it in kind of like assumptions of my own. I think this is one of the harder courses. It's not hard to say per se though, because there's no reading actually involved. It's just very specific and demanding. Not demanding, yeah, demanding. It's very specific in what they want. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not nervous. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. But yeah. So essentially, I'm gonna do this monthly now, because weekly it's just there's no point. I rather just have like an end video that says like overall the activities were like this, overall the readings were like this, the teachings were like this, versus like every single week like, yep, it was the same as last week. Like I will straight up make it the week, like it would be like every Friday the week after the class ends. So like for the overall, my next video will probably be in November, the first Friday of November. Oh, my tongue. Either way, I don't actually have any subscribers, so nobody cares. So I can do whatever I want. But if someone somehow wants to watch all these videos because they're interested in Full Sail University. Okay, press. We're good.